That's a very relevant question that you asked. Yes, self-confidence. It is definitely an integral part for cracking any kind of an interview. But more than that, it is important to understand when does self-confidence comes. To be very precise, if you ask me, I would say self-confidence comes when you have complete knowledge about the interview which is supposed to happen. Now, when we talk about complete knowledge, what exactly do we mean by that? It's about one should know which company he has applied for, he or she has applied for. Precisely. It is always better to be prepared. Do the search about the company one day before your interview is happening, so that you know about the company, its turnover, its promoters, its product. Any company, to be honest, likes those candidates who know about them. It is like if someone comes to your house and he says that, oh, I know, you go to office every day and you come at this time, you immediately have an affirmative or an affirmation to getting that or to speaking to that particular person. It's the same thing when it comes to any company. Next is, you should be knowledgeable about the people who are going to take your interviews. That means the interviewers. When we say about interviewers, generally in any company there are technically 3 rounds of interview. The first round is conducted by the HR. So it is important to understand the basic questions which an HR will ask you. An HR will just ask you about, which organization you have worked and your duration and your compensation. Besides this, generally the HR does not ask you anything. The next round of interview is taken by the technical person. Now, this technical person is the person who's going to go into depth about your roles and responsibilities in your present organization, about the product that you are handling, about the volume of business that you are handling, so on and so forth. It's basically the position that the person applies for. In this era, it is possible to know who your interviewers are because you have the power of so many social media. Now when we talk about social media, it includes LinkedIn, it includes Facebook, it also includes WhatsApp friend circle. I'm sure, if you ask me, I know a lot of people in my industry. So if I have to find about someone, I just need to send a WhatsApp that anyone knows this or that person. So that's also a kind of a social media which is helpful. The third round is generally taken by the management level people. That's if you clear the first 2 rounds. So management person, the people at the leadership level, they know that technically you fit because you have been liked by the technical person. They also understand that budget wise also, and in terms of the basic hygiene factors, you fit because your interview has already been completed by the HR. So your question should be, what exactly is the management person looking for? The management person basically looks for whether your attitude fits into the company or not, whether you will fit with the culture of the company or not. So being prepared for an interview means, being prepared on the people who are going to take your interview. Primarily, these are the 3 people, who take the interview. One should also have knowledge about, your own product that you are dealing with. I find that if you ask someone about his or her company, 90% of the chances are, he will not know complete knowledge about all the product that his company has. And that is where, the problem starts. Because if you don't know about some product, you will not be able to answer it confidently. So having knowledge about your own company, your own product is extremely important. To be confident during an interview, it is important to have complete knowledge of your CV. This is something which is overlooked by many people. I have myself seen that in the CV, because he got the CV from one of his friend and he copy pasted everything and he forgot to change his date of birth. Instead of writing 86 as his date of birth, it was written 68. So when I saw that he has about 10 years of experience, my question was, 60, being born in 1968, how can you have 10 years of experience? You should definitely be having close to about 25-30 years of experience. So it is important that go through your CV once before you put it across to the interviewers, because that really creates your identity to the interviewer. And in case nothing is pointed out from your CV, you're confident. But if someone points out something in your CV, the confidence level shakes. So my suggestion is, have a look at your CV. And the only final tip is, please be prepared for the interview. If you are prepared, confidence and selection will surely happen. So I think to answer your question, I think these are the things that one needs to do to get selected and to be confident for the interview. See, this is a very good question that you have asked.
Thank you, ma'am.
Specifically during this time. To be honest, this was something that we also never thought that would happen, that without meeting someone you select someone. Oh my god, that's like something to really it's too far fetched for us. It's like great grandmother never thought that we could fly. So it is the same thing that possibly we are also talking about virtual interview. Now, yes, you're correct. There are a lot of medium of virtual interview, be it Zoom, you have Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, BlueJeans, WhatsApp video calling, and God knows, many other, to be honest. It is very important to be prepared over here. Now, how do you prepare yourself to avoid any last minute hitches? First is, know how to use that particular medium. That means it's just about giving maybe 2 hours before your interview to understand how this medium actually works, because all these virtual ways of taking interview, they work differently. So how can you find that out? You just need to Google it out and just know how to use that. And what is the small tip? The small tip is, do a demo by yourself. You have your friends, you have your brother, sister, wife, husband, you have so many people. You can send a link. And nowadays, the best part is these virtual meets, they give you an access to create individual login IDs, which was not there previously, before this pandemic. So when they are giving you this opportunity of creation of your ID, you can create an ID and just give the same a meeting link to one of your known person, and do a demo call of 5 minutes from that particular medium. It's easy for you to also understand how do you mute, how do you unmute, how do you switch on the video, how do you switch it off, how do you mute someone else or unmute someone. And also whether you also get to check one basic thing that which people miss is whether you need to talk only via your laptop or the system that you are using, or you need to get connected to the right headset. This is something which people miss. So this is something that a person can do. Another option is that all these virtual process which are there is they have launched app, and the new generation is very tech savvy with the app, let me tell you. So you can easily download those app and see how do you need to log in, whether the link will work, or whether you will get some ID and password which is in numerical or alphanumerical format, and you can do that. So that also, so basically you're keeping yourself prepared in two ways, from your mobile as well as from your system. Your system can be your computer, it can be your laptop, it could be anything. Next I would suggest is, please connect 10 minutes early. It is better not to rush into something and be prepared 10 minutes earlier rather than, connecting at the nick of the hour. So that's the third point, I would like to say. The last point I would like to say, which is the integral and the mother of everything which I am mentioning. And the last point is, please ensure your Wi-Fi connection or the data cable, in case you are using, is available and is supporting this application from which you will be having the virtual meeting. Also keep your phone hotspot available, so that in case any of these has a hiccup, your phone network is there. So I think if all this is practiced or followed, definitely the technical glitches or the hitches that we talk about would not happen, and I'm sure the candidates who are having the interview via any of these modes will get selected.